ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च नमां विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन् इति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्योदेशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधार श्रीवास आदि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा कृष्णा
कृष्ण
हरे हरे
हरे हरे
हरे
राम
राम
हरे
हरे
हरे हरे
राम
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 हरे राम
राम हरे हरे।
राम राम
हरे
हरे हरे
कृष्णा हरे
हरे
कृष्णा
हरे
कृष्णा
कृष्ण
कृष्णा
कृष्ण
हरे हरे
कृष्ण हरे
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 राम
हरे
हरे
राम
राम
हरे
राम राम
राम राम हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा
हरे कृष्ण
हरे
हरे
कृष्णा
कृष्ण
कृष्णा
कृष्ण
कृष्णा
कृष्ण हरे
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 हरे हरे
हरे राम
राम
हरे
हरे
राम
राम
राम राम
राम
हरे
राम हरे हरे। मुखं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्येश्वरं। हरि ओम तत्सत्। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकीनन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। हरे कृष्णा। I hope everyone is doing well. So, we welcome you for once again for our Saturday session. I'm very, very grateful for all of your association that you have somehow, amid so many difficulties, amid so many distraction, turbulences, you are sincerely coming to hear Bhagavad Katha. So we are all hearing together, like, okay, from Srila Prabhupada and the bona fide acharyas. And whatever we are discussing here is what has been shared by our beloved founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada and his and this Guru Parampara and all his disciples and grand disciples. So to get started, like, okay, we are we are studying Bhagavad Gita. So, can anyone tell, okay, why do we study Bhagavad Gita? What is the purpose of us studying Bhagavad Gita. Yes, Lokoman Krishna Prabhu. Okay, Amit Prabhu, why do we study?
Because Prabhu, that I can remember that to came out from the all the miseries like Adi Bhautik, Adi Devik, Adi Atmik, miseries from the living and other living entity, miseries from the natural disaster, and living miseries from our sickness or something like that.
Yes, so we, and Lokoman Krishna Prabhu, you want to say?
Yeah. Well, we have got this human life, and this has a specific purpose that uh, uh, besides our all the mundane activities, we have to come out come to know out of this to get real anand. And for that, what is life, how the life should go, that is narrated in the Bhagavad Gita. Lord Krishna has explained us, and that's why we read it, how the life should be lived, so that we can come to our ultimate goal, or to get love of God, and cross this cycle of birth and death.
Haribol. Thank you, Prabhu. Yes. So, yes, we have got this human form of life. We have got this human form of life. So, think about it like, okay, just like we have got a very wonderful vehicle. So, has any of you um, has any of you ridden a bicycle in your childhood? You can raise your hand. None of you have done that. Okay. What about scooter or motorbike? Okay, Amit Prabhu says he has done that. Scooter or motorbike? No. And what about driving a car? How about like, okay, riding a car, right? Then how about then what about train, right? And then flight. Anyone has ridden in a rocket? No. So there are different types of there are different types of why I was telling is these are different types of conveyances. Bicycle is also used for conveyance. A your a motorbike is also used for conveyance, and the car is also used for conveyance. Okay, but what is the difference? The bicycle goes at a smaller speed. The motorbike goes at a relatively much faster speed. Car goes at a much faster speed. And if you're riding in a plane, then what to talk about that? You're going at 800 kilometers per hour, right? If you're in a rocket, you are going in a much 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 faster speed than what a plane would go. So why are these conveyances important? Okay, because if you see, like, okay, to buy a plane ticket is definitely more expensive than like, okay, riding a train or going in a car, right? So so why is it so? It is it is because it is giving you the conveyance to travel faster, and because of that it is expensive, means it is very valuable. So human form of life is such a valuable thing. Like, okay, we have got this human body. Okay, so we have got that vehicle. Okay, to perform something, like, okay, something valuable. We have got this valuable body. So what do we do in this valuable form of life? It is not, see, like animals also engage in eating, sleeping, mating, and defending. But this human form of life is not meant for that eating, sleeping, mating, and defending. It is meant for that. We have to do whatever is required to maintain this body, but a human being transcends above that to engage in spiritual activities. Why do we engage in spiritual activities? Lokoman Krishna Prabhu said that okay, we can go to the spiritual world. So if we have to go to the spiritual world, right now I know many people, many devotees from Michigan have gone to Sadhu Sangha. Many devotees are planning to go in near future to New Panihati Dham. So what do we do when we travel? We think, okay, what do we need in on the way? Okay, we need prasad on the way, right? Okay, we need good food on the way. Then obviously we need a place to stay there. We need like, okay, we need to check the weather. Like, okay, how is the weather over there? If it is cold over there, then we need to carry jacket. If it is warm over there, we need to carry summer clothes, right? So we plan for that. Similarly, if in this human form of life, we have the opportunity to go out of the cycle of birth and death. Why should we go out of the cycle of birth and death? Because till we are in the cycle of birth and death, we are exposed to the miseries of this material nature that Amit Prabhu was saying. So there is Adi Atmik, Adi Bhautik, Adi Daivik, problems due to body and mind, problems due to other living entities, problems due to natural disaster. We are always exposed to that. And what to talk about, like our many times our mind gets contaminated. Many people come and tell, okay, Are Prabhu, I have this problem in my life. I am not getting job. Okay, or my immigration is this problem, or like, okay, this is health problem going on with my family member, and we are in total distress. So this material world, Krishna has defined, it is called dukkhalaya ashashvatam. What do we get in, we always, we have many times spoken about this. What do we get in aushadalaya? Aushad alaya means that place where we get medicines, that means pharmacy. And what do we get in Granthalaya? Lokoman Krishna Prabhu, you know, what do we get in Granthalaya?
Grantha. Where do we get Grantha?
Yeah, Granth,
That is book,
books, right? And
books.
and what do we get in Shauchalaya?
Something.
It is where we clean ourselves.
Yeah, people go to pass urine and stool there, right? So Shaucha means people go to where people go to pass urine and stool. So what do we get in Dukkhalaya? We get Dukh. Now, think about it. Like, okay, have you seen anyone like, okay, who goes to the pharmacy and says, "Can I get milk here?" Like, or can I get some clothes here? Um, I am looking for some clothing here. So they will say, "Okay, you've come to the pharmacy here. Like, okay, we sell medicines." No, or we go to the pharmacy store and say, "Can I buy a laptop here?" Or we go to the Apple store and say, "Can I get some medicines here?" Okay, they say, okay, we sell laptops. So, are you crazy? Like, why are you here? So, if someone is trying to look for happiness in this material world, that means they are looking in the wrong place. So, what? So, can we not be happy? We can be happy. We can be happy when we transcend this. There can be spiritual happiness. So, every moment of time, we have got choices in what we are doing, and the consciousness with which we are doing is allowing us to prepare for the next body. Okay, where do we want to go? We want to go to the spiritual world. So in order to go to the spiritual world, we have to have a spiritual body. So in order to have a spiritual body, we need spiritual inputs. So that is why we honor Krishna Prasad, that is spiritualized food. We chant this holy name. Why do we chant this holy name? Because the chanting spiritualizes us. Now, if we are just chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama. Hare, what is the time now? Arr, this much time. Like, okay, now I have to do that. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama. Hare, did you take care of that? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Rama Rama. Then what is happening? We are chanting inattentively, and by chanting inattentively, we it is better than not chanting, but it is called offensive chanting. So we have to come to the stage of at least doing namahabhas. Namahabhas means that, okay, we are calling out for Krishna, knowing that we are calling out for Krishna. Hare Krishna, that means, oh, Hare is the energy of Krishna, and Krishna, I'm calling out for them. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. If I'm conscious, in Krishna consciousness, if I am conscious that I am calling out for these names, this is the personality whom I am calling out, then the personality is hearing that, okay, that I am calling out. If someone says, oh, we have Ajay Prabhu also, Hare Krishna Prabhu, but instead of Ajay Prabhu, I say, okay, Ajay Prabhu, Ajay, Ajay Prabhu, Ajay Prabhu, Ajay Prabhu. Ajay Prabhu is right here only. Okay, Lokaman Krishna Prabhu is Lokaman Krishna Prabhu, Lokaman Krishna Prabhu, Lokaman Krishna Prabhu, Lokaman, and I'm looking here and there. Okay, okay, and Prabhu is sitting here. I know that okay he's here, but I am just looking here. I'm doing my other things. Okay, Arey Ajay Prabhu, come here, Prabhu, yeah, yeah. Prabhu, you just sit here. Okay, I'll just be right back. I'll take care of these things. Okay, he has come to my place, but I am not able to give him the due respect. What happens? He will not come again. But Krishna is so kind. Every day we get a chance to associate with him. And if we are conscious in our Krishna consciousness, then he really reciprocates accordingly. Even if we are unconscious, then also he reciprocates. But if we are conscious, then what to talk about that? So I will give you one example. We have all heard about Her Grace Nitai Sevani Mataji. So Nitai Sevani Mataji herself shares this incident, okay, that when she was a child, at that time, one of Srila Prabhupada's disciples, His Grace Atma Tattva Prabhu, they went to um their place. So from a childhood onwards, Mataji is born in a devotee family. Um, they are from this she's born in the Gujarati family, and from the childhood they would worship Laddu Gopal, and uh, and so when His Grace Atma Tattva Prabhu and his wife went, um, Prabhu's wife makes wonderful this noodles and pasta. So she made wonderful this noodles and pasta, or what noodles or pasta. I don't remember which one it was, but she made this, and then they went to this Nitai Sevani Mataji's relative's place, her mama's house. So when she went there, now they were not in Mataji's house right from the childhood. They were used to honoring prasad, not having onion garlic. But in this relative's house, they would have onion garlic. So when and Mataji's mother, like, okay, she would make this tomato sauce and keep it in refrigerator, like, okay, so that she would make it homemade, like, okay, tomato sauce. Because nowadays, like this, Maggie and other versions are available which are no onion garlic, but in those days, those were not available. This is like 30, 40 years ago. So at that time, when they went to this place, like this His Grace Atma Tattva's wife, the noodles that she brought, they served everyone. And in Mataji was not used to having noodles without this tomato ketchup. So she thought, okay, I need to get this tomato ketchup. So she was going towards the refrigerator, and her mother was telling that, don't do that, don't do that. She was making her eyes, she was giving her instructions through her eyes, making her eyes very bold that, okay, what are you doing? Don't do that. Okay, because she knew that, okay, in the fridge, there is the tomato ketchup which has onion garlic. And Mataji understood that, okay, it has onion garlic, um, but she could not control herself. So she was crying out, Krishna, Krishna, help me. Krishna, I can't take this. Krishna, I can't take this without onion, without that sauce. And she was also, Mataji's mother was telling her, like with her eyes bolded, that, okay, if you go there, I'll tell to Atma Tattva. Okay, and she knew that, okay, she was going behind Atma Tattva, so because Atma Tattva could not see her. So she went to the refrigerator, she opened the refrigerator, and she took the tomato ketchup, and her mother was telling her, don't do that. And then she opened the bottle and she was like, Krishna, please help me, help me, help me. And she started putting the tomato ketchup sauce on this. And as soon as she opened the bottle fell down actually. And there was a loud noise, and everyone, Atma Tattva and everyone came like, what happened? What happened? So then she put everything back, and she went back actually on the table with the plate itself. And she was revealing her heart. She was saying, that as she recalls this incident, she thinks that she was crying out to Krishna for help, and Krishna indeed helped her, because Krishna will not never give us something that is good, that is not good for us. Krishna will always give us that which is good for us. And a devotee always has faith that whatever is happening in my life is by Krishna's causeless mercy. The chance that a devotee gets to hear about Krishna, to chant about Krishna, to read the spiritual books about Krishna that Srila Prabhupada has given us, to associate with devotees in Krishna consciousness. And what association means is not, I'll come to that, but basically, all these are different chants to worship Tulsi Maharani. These are the most valuable chances we have to understand that we are getting in this human form of life. Every time we are getting to serve a devotee, every time we are getting to clean a devotee paraphernalia, to clean a Lord's paraphernalia, let's say the utensils that we are offering bhoga on, it is the greatest opportunity after it has taken us millions of lifetimes to come to this point that we are able to do this service. So every moment is a opportunity to offer our heartiest gratitude to our Guru, to Srila Prabhupada, to the entire Guru Parampara, to Gaur Nitai, who to that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is the munificent of all incarnations, who just came 500 years back in this Kaliyug. He does not come in every Kaliyug, but this Kaliyug he appeared, and that is our fortune. See, if you see, Srila Prabhupada came just what, how many years back it has been? It is going to be 50 years. Srila Prabhupada left this particular planet. Like, okay, next year it is going to be 50 years. So in 50 years, if you see, this movement has been growing so exponentially. And it is so important that each of us understand the value of every moment as we are progressing into Kali Yuga. We have an opportunity at every moment. Either we serve Krishna or we serve Maya. What happens, like, okay, when we are sad, when we are in anxiety? Anxiety means kuntha. Kuntha. So when we are in anxiety, when we are sad, that means we are in kuntha. We are in a material condition of life. We are not in a spiritual condition. Because in spiritual condition, like, there is always bliss. Even if there is an anxiety, there is a bliss within anxiety. That we are trying to serve, and like, okay, within that, like, there is a anxiety that, okay, how do I do this service? But we are engaged in the service of Krishna. But when we are lamenting for our material things, then we are in kuntha state. And how do we transcend this? In order to transcend that, like, okay, we have to hear about Krishna. We have to hear about Krishna from those sources where our heart gets nourished. We have to hear from Srila Prabhupada. See, Srila Prabhupada, I was hearing one lecture of Srila Prabhupada from 12th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. There is only one lecture Srila Prabhupada gave of this 12th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. So there he says one amazing thing. He says that sometimes, even if a devotee is unable to understand the um, intricacies, the details, if they are unable to absorb everything, but still, if they are enthusiastic to hear, then just by being enthusiastic to hear, they are being purified, because the words that are emanating, like, okay, from Srila Prabhupada is saying, see, I am coming, I am here. If you are hearing these words, then you are getting purified through this. Because the words that are emanating, these are not the words of this material world. These this Harikatha is emanating from the spiritual world. And if we hear from the right source, then in that case we will get definitely will get purified. And it is very very important that we hear Guru Vani and we hear Acharya Vani. Who is Acharya? Srila Prabhupada is an Acharya. So we should hear Acharya Vani. We should see the easiest thing. I told you, Her Grace Nitai Sivani Mataji was telling one incident. Okay, the easiest thing to do is to hear like Mataji was saying that okay, at night when she goes to bed, she puts on like, okay, the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. It goes on in a low volume, but such that no one is disturbed in sleep. But it it continues, and that is all it requires is to put the switch on because our ears are active. Okay, and what happens through that ear when the sound vibration is going in, right? We are getting purified. Every moment we are getting purified. And if we put Srila Prabhupada, or if we are not able to hear Srila Prabhupada's lectures all day long, we can at least put on this at night so that we are hearing this at night. So this is something we have to remember. And then um, uh, uh, we have to always constantly see that okay, how am I, we have to constantly rate ourselves. How am I doing now today in terms of my time? How much time am I using for Krishna, and how much time am I using for Maya Devi? So at every point of time we have to analyze that okay, if we are if we are contemplating on things which are spiritual desires, then we are reading Srila Prabhupada books, we are hearing lectures, okay, we are contemplating on how we can serve devotees, we are serving devotees, then these are all spiritual activities. Uh, just give me one moment. I'm getting one call. I'll just pause it here. Sorry about that. So there is also parallelly I'm engaged in one service at Sadhu Sangha. So there are devotees who are calling from there for that. So anyways, can someone remind me where I was? Yes, Shama Kunami Mataji.
The Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. We just have to put the switch on, even if we cannot hear the lectures, but the sound vibration of the chanting Hare Krishna Maha Mantra chanting is transcendental, is and it will affect our environment.
Yes. So just by simply hearing regularly the Hare Krishna Mahamantra every day night, we just switch on this. We are allowing 8 hours of Shuddha Shuddha Harinam to enter through our ears. Can you imagine 1/3 of our life gets purified by this? I was blown away by this. 1/3 of our life, we get a very, very easy access to Srila Prabhupada. Now, for the remaining time, okay, sometimes we could be at work, sometimes we could be doing other activities. We might see that many times we are um, we are in a situation where someone is criticizing us, someone is blaspheming us, someone says something which is very disturbing to us, someone does something which is very disturbing to us. What do we do in that situation? So we have to always understand, we have to remind ourselves, okay, I'm very disturbed. First of all, let me move out of this zone, because we have to, in order to not get contaminated, the moment we react, we are contaminated. The moment we think about what has happened, we are contaminated. So we have to get out of that zone, and we have to think that how can I come out of this? If we chant, even though like okay, we are not feeling like chanting, if we chant, then what happens is by that we are taking shelter of the holy name, and we are, while chanting, if we just try to focus on the sound vibration, try this. Eh, if we just try to focus on Hare Krishna, we may not be able to focus initially, but if we just put these syllables right in front of us, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, just doing this for some time will settle us down, because life is very short, very, very short. How many of us know which is our last moment? How many of us do not know
No
which is
one.
our last moment?
No one.
Right? No, how many of us know do not know which is our last moment?
All of us.
Right? Yes. So so in that situation, it is very, very important that our last moment is not like, hey, what did you do? Ah, this was the last moment. No, what happened is the remaining things that is there, right? We did not get a time to improve our consciousness, or we are just mentally contemplating of what did they do, and that happens to be our last moment. Then what happens is we have to come back again. It could be one or many lifetimes after that, and there the situation may be different, right? How many of us really like okay, we are put in different situations, like okay, now Lokoman Krishna Prabhu is sitting in a house, right, in an apartment. Suddenly there is a different apartment, it's like instead of a 3 bedroom hall, it's a 1 bedroom, like okay, a dirty bathroom, right? And like okay, probably like okay, it smells bad, then you don't like it. I'm sitting here like comfortably, okay, there is AC and things like that, and suddenly I am put in a different place, like okay, which is very hot, fuming, and like okay, there is no light, like okay, oh, you can't connect to devotees, then it will be miserable. It will be miserable. See, all the other external situations are there, that is there, but in addition to that, if you do not have association of devotees, it is terribly miserable. So we have to take, understand that okay, what I have received is supremely valuable, because what I'm getting is not of this world, is beyond this world. How do I make the best use of this in the given time? And to make the best use of this in the given time, I have to be supremely grateful. So, what is gratitude? Gratitude means, let's say, think about it like this. I want to ask all of you one question, and you can just think through your mind and answer this. How many of you have had extreme struggles in your life? Whatever you think, like okay, struggles in your life, let's consider this, right? Right? You had struggles in your life. So, in those extreme struggles, just close your eyes and just think like this, that when I was going through those struggles, someone helped me in that process, and now I may not be in struggle in my life, but someone helped me in that process. And when you close your eyes, some some person's thought picture will come to your mind that okay, these are the persons who have helped me in my life. So what happens, we, if you look at it, we are grateful to those persons, right? If a name is coming to our mind and we are not grateful to that person, then that means we are ungrateful. But we have to understand that in order to uplift us from that situation, Krishna sent that person, because it could be possible, right? We could be requiring help, but then we would have not got help. So this supply demand is managed by Krishna. He is orchestrating everything. Krishna arranged for everything to happen in our life. And so, what should I do as part of that? I have to really reciprocate back. See, one is in bhakti when we come, right? The first stage is like, okay, for someone to survive in bhakti, he needs anand, he needs happiness in the life. But a little more advanced stage is, okay, when the person lives to give, when the person is living to give, I have received so much. What am I doing? See, if there is not a burning desire in our heart that okay, how can I reciprocate with what I have received? Ari, I had to take millions of lifetimes. I was in a royal road to hell. And what am I given? Okay, I am given road to the spiritual world. Think about it. Someone is a beggar, okay, cannot even eat a food, like is somewhere in a malnutrition, in a place who does not even have a house, okay, is living in a place which smells like stool. From there, a rich person comes, picks him up, like, okay, and is taking him to a place which gives him comfortable setting there. Now, whole life, like, okay, when this, if this boy looks at this rich person and says, okay, and he says, from today you are my son, and then he takes care of him, all food and everything arrangements are done for that person. From then on, he does not have to worry about it. What would be the gratitude of that little boy? He will be sold out. Krishna is similarly arranging for that for all of us. He has sent Srila Prabhupada, and Prabhupada is handpicking us like from stool conditions, and he's placing us, he's washing us, and then he's showing us, okay, what do we need to do to transcend this material world. Now, the thing is, there are many naughty boys, like, okay, who are being picked up, like, okay, but who will still continue to do those. They will still continue to go back to their all those previous places and do the same activities again. And the rich person may come and again lift them up, like, okay, but he keeps crying, no, no, I really want to be in stool. I really want to be in stool. Then what will happen at some point of time, like, okay, even if that is, even if this person is philanthropic, but he will give it up. So similarly, this is our spiritual father. Uh, the guru comes in the form of spiritual father. He is he's taking the Krishna. It is, there is a saying, it says, কলিযুগ নিস্তারিতে নন্দসুত হরি ভুবনে প্রকাশ হন গুরুরূপ ধরি. That means for us to cross this unsurmountable ocean of Kali Krishna has taken the form of Guru. Krishna comes in the form of Guru. We sing in our Mangal Arati also, Sakshad Haritvena Samasta Shastra. All the Shastras are saying that Guru is Sri Hari only. He has come in this form to deliver you. So, and who gets delivered? The one who, with full faith, completely takes shelter as a menial servant of the Guru. The one who is completely menially serving the Guru. So, how does one serve the Guru? First of all, someone has to understand, right? Okay, what does the Guru want? So, if the Guru can ask, like, okay, can you give me a glass of water? So, it is the servant's work, like, okay, the disciples' work, like, okay, to give a glass of water. That's it. He asks glass of water and you give him milk, then that will not work, right? Then you cannot please him. So, if the Guru is, if, when we are hearing from the Guru, then we have to hear every word very carefully. That, what is he saying? What am I supposed to do through this? Because we want to get to a point where we want to understand the heart of a Guru. But heart is a very far-fetched thing. Okay. In order to understand the Guru, we have to first hear so attentively that we are able to understand, okay, he's saying, he says, okay, chant 16 rounds. When he said that, means that, okay, if you chant 16 rounds, then he'll be happy. You chant a minimum of 16 rounds. That means if you chant minimum of 16 rounds, then he'll be happy. If your condition allows you to chant one more round, then you are doing more than 16. Like, you are trying to do your best in your situation. You read Srila Prabhupada books. When we read Srila Prabhupada books, what happens is we develop a connection with Srila Prabhupada. I know some of you are hearing this Srila Prabhupada Lilamrit. Some of you are hearing this Milwaukee to Mayapur. Some of you are hearing this Journey Home, or Shama Karunamai Mataji is reading the Milwaukee to Mayapur book. Mohan is reading the book, The Journey Home. I am trying to serve by reading the book Srila Prabhupada Lilamrit. It gives us so much intimate connection with Srila Prabhupada. It helps us understand the mood of Srila Prabhupada as he was crossing through different situations in his life. when there was a war happening, um, Sheila, everyone was leaving Calcutta. Like, okay, this was a time when the Japanese um, were bombing in India in 1930s, 1939. During that time, people were leaving Calcutta out of fear, and during that time, Srila Prabhupada, who was still in Calcutta, he's he thought like, okay, by that time Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur had already left the planet, and Srila Prabhupada thought of I need to tell them that okay, this Krishna consciousness is an urgency. And he started writing articles, manuscripts and manuscripts. But there was a big challenge. The government was not giving permission to get papers. They wanted papers for these military activities. So no one had time to look into a spiritual magazine, like, okay, which was written by Srila Prabhupada. And Srila Prabhupada was writing to authorities from there, trying his best. And then he gets, after so many struggles, he get permission to write paper, get paper. And it is not just paper, like, okay, he has to distribute, he has to write, he has to print. It was turning out to be too expensive. And how he was struggling through each and every situation, like, okay, it gives us an understanding that everyone was thinking of their life. But Srila Prabhupada was thinking of his guru's instruction. And he was transcendental to what was happening outside. Like, okay, the bombs were falling here. Srila Prabhupada was not even worried about the bombs. Srila Prabhupada was thinking of delivering his guru's instruction. So if someone is meditating on the guru's instruction, then just by meditating on that, they can transcend this world. They can spiritualize their body, as we started this class with, that we want to spiritualize our body. That is the intent. We have to measure ourselves that, okay, am I living in material consciousness or am I living in spiritual consciousness? Material means lamenting, and spiritual means constantly thinking about how I can serve my guru, how I can serve my guru. What is it that I have to do? How am I? Like, we have to constantly think whatever I'm saying. Like, okay, initially it will start like this. Like, okay, oh, I said something wrong to someone, I hurt someone. Oh, would my guru be have? Would my guru be pleased with what I said? No. Then we have to act on that. Like, okay, we have to make prayers, special prayers that okay, please, please, whatever I'm speaking through, you speak through me. Please let my words, my actions, my mind be constantly focused on your instruction, and let me use this, let my body be used only and only in your service. See, this is for someone who is very sincerely okay. It cannot be done like this. Is since seeing the audience, I think like okay, this is the right forum to share this like okay, because as we get more sincere like okay, we constantly focus on how I can please my guru. Sometimes through this we are subjected to, because Maya will test us when we are trying to serve our guru. Maya will test us in ways which are very very difficult. We will be put into impediment, our mind will be challenged, because if our mind is not challenged, then what will happen? If everything is smooth, happy go lucky scenario, and we are 5 steps and we are into spiritual, we will not understand the value of it. See, when we are really craving hard, when we are when we are when we are struggling so hard, Krishna, I am struggling very hard, then we know that okay, we are in stool and we have to go to spiritual world, then there will be value for that. Without, see, then we will develop gratitude for each and every moment of whatever we are getting, because without that, without the struggle, we will not be grateful. And sometimes some people, some some people may be subjected to very wonderful conditions, and sometimes we might think that okay, I'm in nice position, and we may become complacent about that. And when we become complacent, we are subjected, it's only a matter of time that we are subjected to difficult conditions. You know what Srila Prabhupada said once? He said that, okay, see, he said that, okay, human life is meant for tapasya. Tapasya. Because see, many people, what they do is like, okay, they eat this meat and things like that. What they're doing, like, okay, oh, I want to eat, oh, I'm just passing to the restaurant, I just eat like whatever I see here. Ah, nice smell, I'll just go and eat that. But devotees don't do that. Devotees will think, no, no, that's not for me. If I really want to, I mean, obviously I don't eat meat, but then like, okay, if I have to, if it is a nice thing, okay, samosa, I will prepare one thing, I will make my lord eat this. When he enjoys, then I will take the remnants of that. When that happens, it takes a lot of endeavor to make a samosa. Okay, so he prepares everything, like, okay, he fries it, then he offers it Lord, then he has it, right? First of all, he has to find also in YouTube like how to make a samosa. All that endeavor he has put to serve Lord. So Krishna sees that endeavor. That is tapasya. So following these four regulative principles, it is tapasya. Okay, to chant 16 rounds means to put our mind to attentively chant over 16 rounds. Because when we are in the namabha stage, by that namabhas, when we are continuing in the namabha stage, then what will happen is slowly we will transcend this to get into the next level. First stage is Namaprad, where we inattentively chant. Then next comes Namabhas. Namabhas is where we are in the shadow level of chanting, where we are hearing our chanting, we know that we are calling out for the name. But we may not have genuine love, but we are desiring for love. And third is when we continue in the Namabha stage, when we remain attentive in that stage, then we get to the third level, Shuddhana. Even Shuddhanam has a lot of levels, but we'll not go into that level because I wanted to just cover that we all want to transcend, like, okay, the material world. That is why Srila Prabhupada came here. Srila Prabhupada came here so that everyone gets uplifted. We get uplifted, and when we are uplifted, then we help others to get uplifted. When we are helping and when we are personally doing good sadhana, sometimes we may not be in a state to help others. Okay, we may be in an isolated condition, but if we are ourselves being a good devotee, if we are practicing well, through that, the vibrations of what we are practicing, we are spreading that positive consciousness. Question is, we have to judge ourselves. We should not judge others what they are doing, what they are. Oh, my family members, they are not doing this. They are like this. They are like that. No, let's focus on our. It is not Krishna and others consciousness. No, it is Krishna consciousness. It is our consciousness. What we are doing. What is our consciousness? How we are conscious about ourselves. We should be very alert when our mind is taking us elsewhere, because the mind is a very dangerous animal. Mind will take us n number of ways. It will, something comes into our mind will be constantly rattling, this is problem, this is problem, this is problem, this is problem, this is, and we'll constantly be meditating, and then it out of a mole it will become a mountain. Okay, why this? But then we have to come back and say, what is my position? Why am I here in this human form of life? I want to purify my existence. Is it not like we want to purify? Why are we reading Bhagavad Gita? Why are we studying Bhagavad Gita? Because we want to purify our existence. A pure devotee has given us shelter. A pure devotee has accepted us. What? How can I serve this pure devotee is the mission of my life. So, I, by thinking about what I was doing something, is that a distraction for me? Yes. If this thought is the meditation, if this is the last moment of my life, will this meditation help me? No. Right? Otherwise, like, okay, if you think, no, no, I have to do it, this is very important, then in that case we have already lost it. Actually, the when we start thinking about it, we have already lost it, actually, because the mind will take us to that dirty game. But as soon as, like, the first thing that strikes us at that time only, if we catch it, that no, come on, I'm not going to look into it, I'm not going to give attention to this, then we are focused. It will take it sometimes it may take us few iterations before we get there, but we have to keep praying and we have to chant in a way that Krishna, please help me. I am just miserable. I am not able to follow my guru's instruction. When we are hearing guru's instruction, if we are not able to follow, we have to really beg for forgiveness. And we have to always think that, okay, we are the lowest of the low in terms of devotional service. We should consider the lowest of everyone. In fact, I've heard this that we should not even consider ourselves devotee, okay, and we should be genuinely humble. How does this humility comes? How does this genuine humility comes? Genuine humility comes through gratitude. Gratitude towards each and everything. That is, if if anyone has served us, we should be grateful. We should try to offer them something. Sometimes we may not be next to them. Sometimes we may not be in direct association with them, but we should pray for them. That, oh Lord, O Tulsi Maharani, please bestow your highest mercy on them. Sometimes someone is inimical towards us. We should pray that, okay, please bestow your highest mercy on this personality. Somehow, like, I understand that, okay, they are in such a they are such wonderful personalities, but I know because of my bad karmas, they are forced to act with me like this. Okay, so Lord, please purify me as you want, but please bestow your highest mercy on this person. I know that, okay, in the past, like, we should remember good qualities of such persons. That, okay, what is it that they have offered me? And my dear Lord, like, okay, please bestow, like, okay, see, these are the 50, 100 good qualities that I can think, because we should take it as an exercise that, okay, we should see that, okay, what are the good qualities of such people? And then slowly what will happen is sometimes we may be contaminated, but through whatever is our mind is taking us through. But by constantly dwelling on the good qualities of others around us, by constantly dwelling on the good qualities of Srila Prabhupada, spiritual master, Krishna's, Mahaprabhu's wonderful qualities, when our mind is completely absorbed, when we are not distracted by what Maya Devi is offering us, then what happens? Maya Devi understands that, okay, how much ever I try, this person is not going to get distracted. I Krishna, I this is a this is a personality for you. And Maya Devi at that time, like, okay, um, Krishna pulls us actually. Krishna pulls us, and Krishna, like, okay, whenever we take shelter, always heard from my spiritual master. He says this: Om apavitra pavitrava sarvavastam gatopiva yat smaret pundrikaksham sa bhavantra suchi. Om apavitra pavitrava. That means whether we have our past as pure or impure. Om apavitra pavitrava sarvavastam gatopiva. Having passed through many different situations in life, we could be most impure. We could have lived like a most terrible, sinful life, having passed through various situations. Sarvastam Gatopya, Yat Smaret Pundrakshamsa Sa Bhayamatrasji. So that person who takes shelter of you, Krishna, that person who remembers that blue-eyed boy, Krishna, he gets purified, he or she gets purified from within and without. This is the easiest thing. Think about this. We do not have to do tapasya for millions of years. All we have to do is engage our mind in thinking about Krishna. Krishna is he's giving this formula in the ninth chapter. And then in the 12th chapter, I want to take you to the 12th chapter. He says something very, very beautiful. But before I take you to the 12th chapter, I want to ask how many of you are still with me? You can raise your hands. Okay, fine. So then, so in the 12th chapter, Krishna says something exclusively wonderful. I mean, when I read this really, really blew away my mind. I want your full attention if you can. What Krishna is saying, I will share my screen. What Krishna is saying in this 12th chapter, in this 8th verse, Maeva mana adhashtva adhatsva mai buddhim niveshaya nivashishyasi maeva ata urdhvam sashams na samshaya. Krishna is saying, through Arjuna is telling all of us, each of us, just fix your mind upon me, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and engage your intelligence in me. Then you will live in me always without any doubt. Right? This is the same thing which Krishna has told already 2 times. Man mana mad bhakto. So now we understand that, okay, fix your mind on Krishna. But Krishna, what to do? My mind is such that, okay, I'm not able to fix on you. Okay, Krishna, my mind. How many of you feel that, okay, this is true for us? Okay. If it is not true for any of you, then let's not continue. Fixing mind on Krishna is difficult. Okay. If that's not the case, then we can stop here, and then fixing mind on Krishna is difficult. Then in that case, okay, if that's the case, then let's move forward. Then Krishna comes to the next thing. Krishna says, he gives this next formula. He says, Atha chittam samadhatum न शक्नोषि मयि स्थिरम् अभ्यासयोगेन ततो माम इच्छाप्तुम dhananjaya. When I read this really, this was a question asked by our Lokamohan Krishna Prabhu several, actually more than a year back. He told this before his initiation. I don't know, Lokamohan Krishna Prabhu, if you remember this. So here Krishna says, my dear Arjun, O winner of wealth, if you cannot fix your mind upon me without deviation, then follow the regulative principles of Bhakti Yoga. In this way, develop a desire to attain me. So Lokamon Krishna Prabhu, he asked a question about more than a year back, maybe 2 years back. So he said that, okay, what am I doing in this bhakti? I am just following 4 regulative principles. Do you remember that, Lokamon Krishna Prabhu?
Yeah.
So Krishna is saying that, okay, if you cannot fix your mind upon me, then follow what? Follow the regulative principles of Bhakti Yoga. Chant minimum of 16 rounds. If you can chant more, and then follow the principles, follow the 4 regulative principles, and then ABCD rule. Association, be very careful whom you are associating with, because if you come back and say, okay, I'm feeling very sad and very lamented and like this, but then you are always associating with, like, basically you are not always in devotee association, then in that case, uh, we are drinking poison, like, okay, again and again. Then in that case, that would be our condition. We could be in that association but not of that association, where we are giving association, but if we constantly hear from there, then in that case it will have an effect. And so A for association, B for books. Reading Srila Prabhupada books is a must. It is a antidote for getting uncontaminated. C, chanting is a must. We have to chant, and we have to try to apply our mind to do attentive chanting. And D, diet is a must. Without having prasad, like, okay, without having spiritual food, how can we spiritualize our body? So this is this is a this is so powerful that in this way Krishna is telling, develop a desire to attain me, that I want to attain Krishna, I want to get Krishna, I want to go to that spiritual world. If one is not having, okay, that desire, look, I want to please my guru, because the guru is always residing in spiritual world. If we just think that, okay, I want to become a qualified servant of the guru, and all the time our mind is focusing on how can I become a qualified servant, then in that case what will happen is Krishna's mercy is there. That is why we are able to think, we should understand this. Then Krishna goes one level down. Now many people think that, how many of us think like, okay, I am not able to follow this four regulative principles. So okay, maybe I am able to follow, but my family members are there, they are not able to follow. What to do about them? Like, okay, so now see, now it is, I feel like, okay, I have told them so many times, but they don't listen this. Or I know these people, I love them, like, okay, but they are not there. So what to do? Krishna gives the next formula. अभ्यासेपि असमर्थोऽसि मत्कर्म परमो भव मदर्थम अपि कर्माणि कुर्वन् सिद्धिम अवाप्स्यसि. He says, if you cannot practice the regulations of Bhakti Yoga, means you cannot do four regulative principles, chanting 16 rounds, you cannot do this, okay, and what to do? Then just try to work for me. Because by working for me, you will come to the perfect stage. Acha, is it? How can I work for you, Krishna? So this is another beautiful thing. Like, okay, this is I am telling all of you, because this is, we have to keep this in mind when we are preaching to others. Okay, so what is Srila Prabhupada is explaining here, one who is not able to even practice the regulative principles Bhakti Yoga under the guidance of spiritual master. So one may not have got have initiated, they are not able to, still can be drawn to this perfectional stage by working for the Supreme Lord. So how this work has to be done, that is, there is there Srila Prabhupada goes into different levels of details, but what he says is there are a lot of services that needs to be done. One can think like, okay, what kind of service? So in temple there are some services. One may be living far from the temple, so then if they have money, they can support by money. If they think that, okay, I don't even have money, then they can give time. Okay, if they think that, okay, they can serve some devotee, okay, who is sincere. Okay, if they are connected with someone, if they want to really serve someone, like, okay, some or other thing, like, okay, that they have, right, they can offer and say, think that, okay, Krishna, I'm not able to do all those things, but I really want to serve you, I want to please you. Just by doing that, they are gathering bonus points, like, okay, which will give them in near future how they can progress. It could be in this birth, it could be future birth, but they are opening up their bhakti account by doing this. So that is another thing. So here the last sentence Srila Prabhupada says, this voluntary service to the cause of Krishna consciousness will help one to rise to a higher state of love for God, whereupon one becomes perfect. So by doing this kind of things, okay, what will happen is that person will eventually become perfect. And then Srila Prabhupada goes to then Krishna goes to the next level. If someone is not even there, like, okay, they are not even helping devotees, like, okay, then अथैतद् अपि अशक्तोऽसि कर्तुं मद्योगम् आश्रितः सर्वकर्मफलत्यागं ततः कुरु यतात्मवान्. If, however, you are unable to work in this consciousness of me, means so far you are not able to do that, then try to act giving up all results of your work and try to be self-situated. So that is all giving up all their things is like, okay, if someone is, whatever they are doing in their mind, they are saying, Krishna, I'm offering this to you. Just by doing that slowly, they will progress. They may not progress in Krishna consciousness. They may take an indirect path. They may get attached to some other spiritual path. It may take a long time, but they will eventually come in this path. So Krishna is so merciful, and he is giving us such opportunity for, no matter whatever level we have to assess at what level we are, and we have to think, okay, where do I want to go? The highest level is one who is absorbed 24 by 7 in Krishna consciousness. If you are not there, then in that case, we have to see that, okay, what level we are depending on the other levels that we discussed, and we have to aspire for doing something more. So I wanted to just cover that we are in Purushottam month. This is the most auspicious month, as I mentioned last time, very much more auspicious than Kartik month also. So let us make sure that, okay, we don't miss out to light ghee lamp. I will share a very nice Chaurashtakam that I heard, very heart touching. Um, so we can hear this Chaurashtakam, and there are so many nice bhajans that we can hear by our Acharyas, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Srila Narottam Das Thakur. If you go to the website KK Songs, then many of these bhajans are also recorded there. There are apps. Um, there is an app for Vaishnav Bhajan. So if we download that app, then in that case we can hear these different bhajans also. So with that, I will um, I will stop here. And if anyone has any questions, comments, we can take it. Um, in case if I misspoke anything, then please forgive me. I am personally having lot of impurities. Like, okay, I am, uh, but just as your aspiring servant, like, okay, whatever I was sharing is what I've heard. Um, and my heart is very unclean and very impure. So I seek all of your blessings so that I, by your mercy, like, okay, Guru and Krishna bestows their mercy upon me so that someday, maybe someday, like, okay, I also get purified. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai. वंशाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय. And um, we should always understand this, that no matter, and we could be alone, we could be doing anything anytime, like we may not be watched by others. What am I doing alone, things like that. We could be doing wonderful spiritual activities alone, or sometimes we may get distracted and we may think no one is watching us, but like Krishna is always watching. And if we are sincere, then pure devotees are also watching us. Actually, pure devotees are always watching us. Okay, if we sincerely cry out our heart to them, then they are always there to reciprocate. Always there to reciprocate. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Shri Guru Gauranga ki jai. Nitai Gaur Premanandi. Hari Hari Bol. So, with this, if there are any comments or any questions or any suggestions or any corrections, we can take it now, or else we can close here. Hare Krishna. Okay. So, if there are no comments, questions, then we can stop here. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Nitai Gaur Premanandi. Hari Hari Bol. Was it, whatever I shared, was that understandable? Okay. Hare Krishna.